Happy Thursday, Decatur Township. It is time for another Coach's Corner. I'm your host, Jason Schanzel. With me, as always, our awesome coach, Kyle Enright. Coach Enright, how are you doing this morning?
Great. Thank you for the great introduction.
Yeah.
Looking forward to fall. It's hard to believe we're almost halfway through the season officially. 4 games in, and got the Halloween decorations up at home and eating too much candy corn at night. Unpopular opinion. A lot of people don't like candy corn, but it's my nemesis. So.
Well, our weather that we're getting would tell you it's not necessarily fall just yet. My goodness, it's warm.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago it felt more like fall than now.
Yeah,
it's
agree.
80s.
And it's supposed to be, I think, 88 and 90, something like that here in the near future. So.
Yeah, a little Indian summer, but that's okay. We hope that we can continue to get just nice weather, because 85 and sunny, nobody's going to complain. It's a little warm for this time of year, but at least it's not pouring down rain, and we've had some great weather games and practices, so it's been really good.
Well, and I can think of years where we've had 4 or 5 games where it rained, and I'd rather not have that. I'll pass.
Yeah. So it's been nice, been beautiful outside, and it was a beautiful game last week. So. Yeah.
Well, you kind of beat me to the punch. Man, what to say about last Friday? I mean, we talked a little bit before the game. We think this might be the second highest point output in the history of Decatur Central football.
Yes, I think it is, and it's the highest output with a victory at the end.
Yes, oddly enough.
So the first one where we scored 78 points, I think in 2015. We lost 83 to 78. So
well, and that one was on ESPN. So we didn't make ESPN this time, but I tell you, I can't think of a deficiency or a weakness, and it's one of those odd things where you, as well as I know, we talked prior week. We got a lot of respect for Martinsville. Every time we've gone to the state finals, win or lose, we've lost to Martinsville. So they've humbled us quite a bit, and so I guess this was our turn.
I think that was part of it. This group of seniors is a pretty proud group. They've accomplished a lot, but Kaz Hicks gave a senior speech and talked about this class being 0-2 against Martinsville and not beating them yet, and kind of in his speech got goosebumps a little bit in the sense that they're going to come out here and play really well. And not because of the opponent, but just because of the standard that they've set for themselves, and they went out and did that. So I couldn't be more proud of a group of kids that weren't going to let the situation that occurred last year. Yeah. Because like I said, at Martinsville, we played the best half of football to go up 35-0.
Agree.
That I've been associated with, and then had a lot of lessons to learn from the second half. And so I think being 0-2 against Martinsville and those lessons from last year kind of culminated in some really good football for our kids.
Yeah, I agree. This was just dominant from top to bottom. Like I said, every phase. Special teams was great. Defense was great. Offense was great. And not just good. I mean, when I say great, I mean they really were great on Friday.
Yeah, it's one of the most efficient performances offensively that I've ever been a part of.
Very lunch pail.
Yeah, we only had 33 offensive plays, but scored 9 touchdowns in 33 plays.
God, that's a pretty high percentage.
Yeah, 12 different guys touched the ball, which is hard to do. You always want to be balanced, and again, I've said it before, balance for us isn't pass-run balance. It's spreading the ball out to different guys balance.
Right.
And so 12 guys touching the ball, 5 different guys scoring a touchdown. But none of that's possible without a dominant offensive line.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
We rushed 27 attempts for 434 yards.
Wow.
A whopping 16 yards per carry. And all of that starts with the big dudes up front.
Yep.
And they were phenomenal. I mean, from snap one in Monday's practice, just to be quite honest, but from snap one at 7 p.m. on Friday, they just got off the ball and are just so determined to not just cover guys up and go through the motions, but like it feels like every play is they're trying to put the guy across from them on the sideline or in the turf. And when you have a mindset and of that kind of nastiness and toughness up front, it just permeates to the rest of the team.
Definitely sets the tone.
It does.
For the attitude.
I don't feel like a lot of offensive lines, even though, like, you look at them and everybody, you know, oh, those guys are big or those guys are massive. You know, they move okay, but like they just kind of cover people up and, you know, slow. They look slow. Like, our guys don't look slow. No. Our offensive line looks really fast and really nasty and really explosive. And obviously, shout out to them for being so locked in with Lane over the years. But I think that's what one of the big keys in Coach Lane's program is not his program builds explosiveness and dynamic movement, and our offensive line and defensive lines, we're seeing the fruits of their labor on the field. Not just the skill guys that look fast and explosive, but our line guys look fast and explosive. So couldn't be more proud of a group of kids there. You know, I'll shout them out, but we played 2 centers in the game, Bobby Eastis and Dominic Friend, both healthy enough to play. Thought both of them showed in weeks 1 through 3 that they did some nice things. So continue to rotate those guys as Bobby plays a little bit of defense still, and we were able to put Dom in some extra lineman tight end type packages and keep Bobby at center. So it just makes us more versatile. But those 2 kids had another great game, and then at guard, Mason Miller and Alex Serber continue to be guys that can move from side to side, and you know, we run a lot of power and buck, which is gap scheme stuff where your guards got to be able to demonstrate some athletic ability and get out there, and they did a great job with that. And then Tyler Cooper and Caden Capps getting up to the second level, reaching guys, putting their bodies in the right position. I just thought our efficiency of movement up front on the offensive line was as good as it's been. Yeah. And, you know, those are little things. And we talked about in the week, we need to maximize and get the most out of our technique, okay? And that's how you take the next step. That's how you elevate, is lock in on your technique. How can I be more efficient in my movement to go from point A to point B the right way and then finish the block? And I thought those guys did a great job.
Well, and to kind of, you know, add to your point, I mean, those guys doing their jobs and what they do at a high level, it creates space for our skill guys to be able to. I mean, I think of Braylon Morris's 2 touchdown runs were because, woof, you know, the floodgates open, and he's just got huge channel. He runs an 11-10, you know, 100-meter dash, and if he gets behind you, there's very few guys going to catch him.
22-mile-per-hour cat is hard to defend when there's that big a hole. Yeah. And I was just flabbergasted at some of the pictures that were taken of the entire field and our ball carriers. There's no defenders around them. Like, the holes were that big, and they got through them that fast. So, you know, we had Jalen Leith had a phenomenal game. He had 90 yards and 2 touchdowns. Kaz Hicks had 85 yards and 2 touchdowns on 3 carries.
3 carries.
Braylon had 3 carries for 120 yards and 3 touchdowns. The goal line tackled him 3 times.
Goodness.
And so, you know, great performance all around. We didn't need to throw that much because the running game was working. Eli Hill came in and had a perfect game, 3 for 3, 52 yards and a touchdown. Braylon was able to get the ball out to Carson, just to, you know, got to keep defenses honest when they know you're going to run the football. And so we wanted to work on efficiency in the passing game, and we were 4 for 6, so 67% with a touchdown, pretty efficient. So couldn't be more proud, but again, you know, don't break your arm patting yourself on the back. Like, we've got work to do to get better. You know, it was a snowball effect for them. It was over midway through the second quarter, and you could just feel that. So don't want to get too carried away about how well we played. Celebrate it, but got to move on and get a week better the next week. So
you know, I kept thinking to myself as I'm announcing, I'm like, man, that kid's having a really good game. And I'm like, well, so is that kid. And then I think, yeah, but Kaz has like 2 touchdowns and Braylon has 2 touchdowns already, and it's like, God, who do you pick as a player of the week? You know, I mean, there's just
everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it that way, but that's true. I mean, it wasn't like one guy. It was, you know, myriad of guys. You could probably hand it to 10 or 12 kids.
Yeah. I mean, Michael Campbell got 1 touch, went the distance,
took it to
56 yards. We've employed some 2-point conversion type plays, being a little bit creative there. Colton Eisen scored on 1 and Michael scored on the other. You know, so you're right. I mean, in a game like that, everybody deserves Player of the Week. It's very difficult as a staff to choose a couple, to single out a couple guys in a performance like that. But just really proud of that side of the ball.
Well, even with special teams, I thought Jackson Doney had his best game of the year by far.
He had 5 extra points.
Yep.
He did miss 3, but 5 for 8. Had a lot of opportunities, which is good. Live in-game experience, kicks, reps is good for us. So was proud of him. We only kicked off twice. We only kickoff returned twice because they kicked off second half and they did score once. But we got to kick off 11 times, so that's good experience for him.
Yeah.
Maddox Ross did a great job on kickoffs. Marquis Starr.
Agree, yep.
Bryson Hunter, Krishawn Thomas stand out as guys that did really good on special teams. But moving to the defensive side of the ball, man, I don't know. That might have been a better performance than the offense.
Yeah, I can definitely get on board with that thought. Like our first 3 times that our units, offense and defense, were on the field, we scored all 3 times.
Yeah.
It just
2 pick sixes, 3 interceptions. Kaz had 2. Phenomenal pick 6 that went straight down the sideline, their sideline to the house, and then one where he just kind of stabbed out of the air, which was probably even better interception.
Yeah.
And then Hunter Harvey kind of icing on the cake in the second quarter to put us up, I think, 42 points at the time.
Yeah.
And, those 2 guys just are phenomenal in the secondary. They're so smart, as is our whole secondary. But the communication, again, has been huge. We're not just dropping back and playing man coverage, cat coverage. You got that guy, you got that guy. Coach Winters has done a great job of employing some different defenses to throw quarterbacks a different look. And our kids are really buying in and understanding it and are like coaches on the field in their communication. So couldn't be more proud of those guys. Tackle leaders, Chris Hill, phenomenal game once again.
Chris played well.
Just continues to fill open windows as a linebacker. Again, no wasted movement. Scrapes tight off of, uses our defensive line and their technique well to scrape off of those guys and get to the ball. So he had a great game. I think Braylon Morris had 4 tackles. I think Chris had 6 or 7. Up front on the defensive line, I think Al led with 4. Mm-hmm. Shanks, I think, had 3.
Yeah, I said his name several times.
Yeah, so just phenomenal. Under 2 yards of play, almost unheard of. So, shout out to the defense. Phenomenal job. But, we got to get a week better.
I agree.
In order to be ready to go in November. So
in this conference, it doesn't get any easier each week. So. Well, we are going to hand it over to Avery Thompson. Coach, who is she talking to today?
We've got number 0, Hunter Harvey. Number 5, Johnathon Rolling. Number 6, Emmanuel Owens. And number 13, Amari Graves. Should be fun.
A group right there.
Yep.
So Avery's going to talk to those folks. We're going to get to know them just a little bit and play some games with them. So take it away, Miss Avery.
Thank you, Schanzel. Hi, everyone. I'm Avery Thompson. I'm doing the player segment this week. I'll have the players this week introduce themselves.
I'm Hunter Harvey.
Johnathon Rolling.
Emmanuel Owens.
Amari Graves.
Okay, before we get into our game for this week, we're going to ask them a few get-to-know-you questions. So your first question is, what are 3 words to explain yourself?
Athletic, funny, and tall.
And tall?
It's not tall, bro.
Bro, I'm tall, bro. What do you mean?
All right. Athletic, chill, and bold.
Creative, goofy, and athletic. Resilient,
This guy.
versatile, and laid back.
Do you know what resilient means?
Explain resilient.
No,
he
he
definitely
don't know
looked
what
up
that
them words
means.
before. Explain versatile.
Versatile, you can do a lot of things like
Resilience.
resilient.
You don't know.
They just put me on the spot.
Next question, what's your favorite thing about football? Playing football.
Scoring touchdowns.
Playing defense, man.
Doing good. Having a good game. Running around.
Playing with my brothers.
Okay. Our game today is going to be heads up. We have 2 teams of 2. Who's your teammate?
Amari.
And then they're together. And you're going to start. And the theme is football, just so everybody knows.
Jamar Chase again.
Bengals.
Yeah. Taylor Swift.
Chiefs. Travis Kelce.
Yup. Inspirational.
Jalen Hurts.
What? This conference, I don't think we're not in it. The Bills in it though. I know that. Pass. Giants 1.
Cowboys.
No, Giants number 1.
Giants number 1. Oh, Malik Neighbors.
Yeah. Switch from the Vikings to the Texans. Now he on the Patriots.
Stephon Diggs.
Yep. The door. I can't say. Pass.
You already said it.
Pass.
Come on.
I don't know. It's over.
You could have just said, you should have said Ryan Williams catch or something.
Ryan Williams.
They had a score of 5,
The
and now we're
NFC
going to
could've
move
been like
on to the
opposite of
next
AFC.
team.
Okay.
All right. Skip. Chiefs old coach. Who? Chiefs old coach.
Oh. He not the coach
bro.
I don't know, Dave.
Yeah, we got this, Marty.
Seahawks old coach. Seahawks coach. Seahawks old coach.
Bro, I don't know his name.
Pass.
Oh my God.
Joe Burrow college. Purple and yellow.
Oh, LSU?
Yeah. Your favorite? No, not that. That's not. He was on the Rams. Last name?
Oh, J. Brown.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they red conference. He had it.
Oh,
We lost.
Chiefs.
Oh no, we lost.
Bro, you can't choose
I just said
correct,
correct.
bro. That last one don't count.
Bro, how we get the most harder questions? But they get the,
Bro, we got the hardest questions. Coaches, how am I supposed to know
look at
coaches?
bro.
16.
5-3. It's not that.
Okay,
How you
that's all
already-
for today's player segment. Just wave at the camera. Bye, guys. Back to you, Schanzel.
Man, what a week coming up. A rivalry week. The State Road 67 battle with the Mooresville Pioneers. They are on the schedule for this Friday.
Yeah, Mopai down. We feel like iron sharpens iron.
Yep.
So our solid gold offenses and defenses are extremely important. And we're getting so much out of those guys right now, it's really hard to quantify.
Yeah.
You know, they're dominating on Saturday mornings as a JV team because of the work they put in against our varsity offense and defense. We play fast and physical on Monday and Tuesday, where most teams probably relax a little bit after a long weekend of football. Our guys don't. You know, they know that in order to be mentally and physically ready and prepared for battle on a Friday, you have to get work in. And so our Mindset Monday and Toughness Tuesday practices have been really, really high level. Solid gold teams offensively, led by a great offensive line, Eli Stevens and Wesley Whitlock and Hugo Molina, Nehemiah Hinton, Mikey White, Wesley Rowe, Braxton Berry, who unfortunately got hurt last week, but that group of linemen just really give our defensive line a good look, and it's made themselves better as well. You know, Elijah Donison, Darion Blevins, Drew Dalton's been in there, Zeke, Eli this week, you know, varsity-type players that on most teams would be playing on Friday nights are going against our varsity defense and offense.
Some of those guys got some run on Friday. I
They
remember
did.
Drew had a catch Friday night.
Yeah, and we didn't talk about that much the second half because it was over at halftime.
Yeah.
But it was so great to see our young guys who, quite honestly, get their heads beat in on Monday and Tuesday, get out there and have an opportunity under the Friday night lights to play and perform. And the awesome thing about it was sometimes when that happens, the JV team is still out there, and Martinsville kept their starters out there the whole game. And so we're rolling in our second group, our JV group, our third group, and the execution offensively didn't fall off. The execution defensively didn't fall off, going against good people. And, that's why they do what they do on Monday and Tuesday and earn that solid gold title. And it means something to be in that starting unit on solid gold against our ones in offense and defense. We wear gray jerseys for our skill guys so that the defense can identify who their skill players are and where they're at. So, I don't think they take it lightly anymore, but if you get thrown a gray jersey on Monday, you're ready to go. You're going to play some high-level football today and get after it. So, again, couldn't be more proud of that, but going into Mooresville week, we've had another great week of practice. Excited about the opportunity to go on the road against a rival for their homecoming. That's always fun. It feels like us versus the world. And yeah, you want to spoil somebody's fun if you can, but do it the right way. Nothing embarrassing, nothing on social media. Like I told our kids, it is what it is. You're going to get some fun little edits this week, but fortunately for us, the only thing that matters is what happens between 7 and 9 on Friday night. 100%. That's it. Yep. The other stuff is cool and funny and fun, but we can't wait for kickoff,
As it should be. So why don't you tell us what should we expect out of the Mooresville Pioneers?
They've got a really good quarterback. Chronic Cruz started 4 years. He's got a lot of touchdown passes. He's a tall gentleman that can run if needed. And he's got a really, really good weapon in Denny and the Thompson brothers. Some good weapons. Nice little running back. Don't know where he came from, number 7, with a decent offensive line, and Coach Gillen calling the plays. So they're going to sling it around. They've got a veteran quarterback. They've got some receivers that can go get it. So going to be a very challenging game, probably more of a passing game than our defense has played all year long. So we got to be locked in on that and ready to roll.
All right. Folks, 7 o'clock at Mooresville High School. Battle of State Road 67. Your Hawks travel down there to take on the Pioneers. Should be another good one. If we play close to what we played Friday night, we're hoping we can come out with a win. All would be right with the world Friday night at 9 o'clock if that were the case. But that's why you play the games, and I think we match up pretty well with these guys. So whiteout theme?
Yeah, iced out in white. We're all white, rocking and rolling down 67. Come support the boys, and let's rock and roll.
All right, let's do it. Friday night, 7 o'clock at Mooresville. Go Hawks.
Go Hawks.